Do you have a bucket list? In other words, a list of things, be it experiences or achievements that you wish to accomplish during your lifetime? Research says that a very high proportion of us do, and I see quite a few nodding. I, for myself, don't have a list. Have I done everything in my life? Oh no, of course not. You may wonder, doesn't she have ambition or imagination? Trust me, thinking that about me would be very wrong. Do I not have a list because I don't want to have any regrets in case I don't accomplish my wishes? No, not at all. So why? The reason why I can tell you I don't have a bucket list is that I experienced one of those moments when people would expect you to do a list of your wishes before you die. I realized I don't need one. Let me tell you more about it. It was 10 years ago during a winter hike in the mountains. I wanted to take a picture with a camera, what you may call an old-fashioned one, you know, the one where you look with one eye through the lens. I could see the snow, the shape of the mountains, but I realized I was not seeing the person I wanted to take a picture of. I thought it was time to change my glasses and went to see an optician. Within the first seconds, looking at my eyes, the optician told me that something was wrong. I could see the worry in her eyes. Within few days, my vision drastically shrunk. Things I could see one day get blurry the next. It was like having light white clouds wandering around in my eyes. Those white clouds got darker and darker every day. I was afraid of going blind every second and could only get some sleep with the lights on. I used to frequently wake up in panic thinking that my vision was gone. The lights then allow me to quickly check that I was still seeing something. It turned out I had a brain tumor located near an area important for vision. I was then told I needed to get surgery followed by additional treatments. This would allow me to keep my vision. This was excellent news. What finally happened was different. Late in the evening, the night before the scheduled surgery, the neurosurgeons came to see me. One sat on a chair next to my bed. He looked at me and said, "Colette, it's not looking good. I checked again the images of your brain scan, and the tumor is differently positioned than we initially thought." He then started to draw on a piece of yellow paper. He drew the eyes, the optic nerves joining at the optic chiasm, and the optic tracts, all together forming this X-shaped form you learn at school when your biology teacher tries to explain you the visual pathway. I'm sure some of you remember. He then added the tumor too on his drawing. And then he showed me what I was going to see if we decide to get rid of the tumor completely. For that, he drew two circles representing my left and right vision. He completely scratched one circle and a good half of the other one. The part remaining, this 1/2 circle, was what would stay. The rest would be definitely gone. The neurosurgeon quickly added, "I wouldn't advise you to choose this option. It's too big of a step. You are so young." We agreed to sacrifice one eye to buy me some time with the other one and get a second surgery later once the tumor would be too close to other key areas in the brain. I for sure knew that there was no guarantee that I would ever get the chance to get a second surgery, but it just felt like the right thing to do. I had faith in the doctors and in myself. I went to bed, got up early in the morning, showered with an orange antibacterial soap, still remember the smell, and put all my stuff in my cupboard and waited for being taken to surgery. 2 people came. They pushed me on my bed down the hallway, and we took the elevator down to the operating room. There, I suddenly got very nervous because I realized the neurosurgeon I talked to the night before and whom I trusted wasn't around. I wanted to make sure that everyone was well aware about the new plan decided late the night before and that the neurosurgeon would come. But I didn't get the chance to say anything. Everything went so quickly. This is the very last memory and feeling I have before going into surgery. I later woke up in the intensive care unit, a very noisy, bright room where the machines were endlessly beeping. The doctors were going from one patient to another in a hurry. There was this man lying on the bed next to me who was desperately gasping for some air. There was so much going on. As soon as I was able to understand what people were saying, I was told that my surgery went incredibly well. My tumor was removed and I had one functional eye left. The time in the hospital after the surgery was very hard. I was feeling so bad, helpless, with tremendous headaches. But the people coming to see me made all that difference. They could cheer me up just because they entered the room. My family, my friends, my work colleagues, my boss, everyone came to see me. And also, everyone constantly helped me since I wasn't able to do anything on my own. Be it, for example, helping me to drink some water, or opening the window, or eating my yogurt for me so I could pretend I had been eating something else than chocolates. I had everything I needed. No wishes, no dreams, just happy to be here, still see, and spend some time with people who cared about me. This feeling of gratitude and abundance is still with me today. I'm so happy, grateful to be here with you, looking at you all, enjoying this present moment. Coming back to my initial question about the bucket list. As I told you, I may not have a list, but if I were to have one wish today, it would be that we all think about what we really need, what is important, what are we lucky to have. So I'm not going to ask you what your thoughts are, but I would encourage you to think about this for yourself. In my case, there are many things that my surgery and limited vision have taught me. And I want to leave you with 3 things I think we can all consider. Number 1, be thankful for what we have every day. We tend to consider so many things as granted. Let's try to be thankful for what we have in our lives now. Point number 2, take care of our loved ones. Our family, friends, neighbors, anyone that is important to us. People are always what really makes the difference. And this may be very obvious in tougher times, but is always true. And thirdly, help others accomplish their wishes. It may seem like nothing to you, but may make a huge difference for someone else. If you can help others, please consider doing it. You can make others happy. And you know what? This will make you happy too. I wish you all, with or without bucket list, a full and happy life. Thank you.